Hello, everybody, and welcome to my new series, Max Verstappen Driver Career, here on F1 City U channel. Let's get into it.
And a warm welcome, everybody. We're here in the heart of Melbourne. It's Albert Park, and it's qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix.
So, going into qualifying here in Q1. Get blocked quite a bit there by Doohan, which is very unfortunate. Anyways, just looking for a pretty good time here. Obviously expecting to make it through into Q1. Sorry, I said Q2 in the beginning. Trying to get into Q2. Sorry, there we go. And unfortunately, this first lap didn't get the best into it, so I didn't show a lot of it. Since I'm expecting to make it to at least Q2 or Q3, well, actually, I'm expecting to make it to Q3. I'll definitely be showing a lot less of full laps compared to my team career mode on this channel, because simply we won't have enough time to show 7, 8 qualifying laps, or I don't know, 6 qualifying laps. Sorry, not 8. But anyways, let's get into this lap as we go a second faster into the first turn because we didn't get impeded by Doohan, which was very unfortunate for our first lap, which means that we have to go out again. To be fair, though, this is the same set that it went out on, so I guess we're not technically wasting a set a lot. Although, if I would have had a good lap, I definitely would have used this set for Q2, because I tend to like to save a bunch of sets for Q3 or the race, so it kind of just depends. It's personal preference. I like to save a lot of sets because a lot of things can go wrong. Anyways, as we're going back, focusing back in on our qualifying lap here, we are 1.4 seconds up on our time, so we're doing absolutely spectacular compared to our first round as we get a purple sector too. So you can see we're absolutely flying. We go a bit wide there running on the grass, so definitely not good for our time. That shaves about half a second off our time, just the mistake of running on the ground like that. And that corner probably wasn't the best as well, but on the exit we did get several tenths back from our first lap. Anyways, I believe that this series is going to be a great one as we go to the line. Sorry, just trying to think about different things, the series and the lap at the same time, trying to talk about both as we go 8th fastest. That should definitely be enough to get us through from Q2. About this series, I think it's going to be very interesting, and I think at the beginning I probably didn't set the difficulty quite high enough. I don't know. So we'll definitely have to set it higher because it's Max Verstappen, but it's also Red Bull. Red Bull isn't very good, and so I want to make it so we're really having to fight for those race wins, and I'm really looking to consistently get anywhere from P5 to P2, and then those wins come every once in a while, kind of realistically, because I just like it realistically like that. Anyways, as we go into Q2. We got out a bit late because the track was really busy at the beginning. I'm pretty sure pretty much everybody was out. So it was 14 cars out, and so I just decided to stay in the garage, play it cool, and to give myself a better track, which would be great as we go to the end of the lap and we have 2 purple first sectors and we run to the line. What will it be? It will be a 1:19.2. which is good enough for third. I think that's plenty good enough to not have to worry about going and doing any more qualifying laps for Q2, just because I don't think anybody's gonna get. I don't think enough people are gonna pass this. As I was 100% correct, the only person that did pass this, in fact, was Fernando Alonso. Great to see his qualifying pace back. But what is this? Look here, George Russell is out, and so I believe it's Antonelli, because I cannot see him in Q2. Wow, goodness. Yes, he is out as well. Sorry, guys, can't exactly speak right now. But it's very unfortunate for the Mercedes to start the season that dreadful and that appalling as Pierre Gasly and Behrman make it into Q3. So excellent showing from Pierre Gasly and Behrman as we go into our second to last qualifying lap of the weekend, aka the first lap of Q3. Again, I waited for everybody to get done with their laps so I could just go ahead on an empty track. As you see, there nobody else around us. so we should have plenty of room as we skip to the end of the lap because the first time's sake. And we run to the line, dumping all the battery out, and we actually used all the battery that we could, and that's only enough for P4, which is very unfortunate. I did check the time. Anyways, we're running to the line, and we actually crossed the line just in the nick of time, just before qualifying complete. So let's see what kind of a lap this will be as we lose a bit of time here on the first corner, which is pretty unfortunate for the first lap of the weekend. As we see who is that, I believe that is Williams. Is that Sainz ahead of us? Anyways, we are now gaining some delta time, which is great to see. I need to gain, I think, about 6 to 7 tenths on Lando to steal that pole. Although maybe Lando will set another new fastest time as Sainz gets in our way, not trying to give us any type of tow. We are gaining about 2 tenths up, purple sector 1, so great to see that we are really on that pace, really flying. So this car definitely does have potential. It's just one thing I do wish 25 did is made the second Red Bull seat struggle a little bit. Like in most of the games I've been playing, or races, sorry, Tsunoda's been like up in the points, like high points too, like up in P6, all the way to podium. Like I wish they could push it down a little bit. I think it's just because they're not giving Verstappen quite enough of his flowers, if I'm being honest. Anyways, we have lost a little bit of time. We're down about 5 tenths up, although it is 2 purple sectors, so hopefully we can drain the battery, get the DRS going, and hopefully we can run to the line and see what it is. Let's see, will it be pole for Max Verstappen, or will it be lower than pole, aka missing out, and we just missed out. We are second. We are P2. So I believe it's the McLaren. That makes sense. They have been flying all weekend, and yes, it is. It is Lando Norris by 800ths of a second. Can you believe it, folks? 800ths of a second. That is very unfortunate to see. But I'm still not mad at P2 because we did not do good on our first lap, and so I'm very glad that we really could dig deep there and get some good qualifying pace, as we do kind of see out of Verstappen in real life. But it is Verstappen splitting the McLarens, going 1, 2 Verstappen, and then 3 Piastri. Let's go to the race.
The winter is over. It's time for Formula 1 2025. Yes, that long break that you've all been coping with so well can now be put to the back of your minds. It's on-track action and it's off-track drama. That's what we're looking forward to. The Melbourne circuit is certainly one that needs to be taken seriously. It's a combination of slippery surfaces and difficult corners, making it a very tricky track when it comes to overtaking. Drivers find it hard to pass and will need to take full advantage of those DRS zones if they want to have any hope of breaking through. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Oscar Piastri completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Tsunoda, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Norris, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Sainz, and Ollie Behrman, Russell, Albon, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and Hülkenberg, Lawson, Ocon, Gabriel Bortoleto, and Lance Stroll. Doohan and Isaac Hadjar rounds off the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. So I'm sure there'll be plenty to talk about this afternoon, and who's going to talk about it with us? None other than Naomi Schiff. Hi, Naomi. As much as I like testing, and I do love testing, and I've really enjoyed the build-up here and all the speculation, I really want to see some action. And finally today, we get some proper action on the track.
This is always such an exciting time in the season. First of all, it's the first time they'll be racing their new cars. So that's always an exciting thing for drivers to look forward to. But also, they've had a long time off during the winter break. So it's about dusting the cobwebs off, getting the rust off of their bones, and really getting their elbows out there and having some fun.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Well, mate, pole position is a great way to start the season, but as you know, there's no points for pole. Now we've got to go and take the win.
So as we go to this strategy, I'm just thinking of simple, medium, hard, as I forgot to add in the formation lap. So we're going to just go straight to the race. So here we go for the Australian Grand Prix. Lights out and away we go. It is a good getaway from Max Verstappen, but Piastri is challenging. That was McLaren's ever nipping at his heels, I guess you could say, always trying to get past him, as we see multiple times last year and this year. But sometimes the McLarens get their way, but sometimes Verstappen gets their way. As we go to the leader, Verstappen, it is very interesting. Piastri starting on hards, everybody else pretty much starting on medium. So Piastri probably trying to get a little bit of an overcut going, trying to eke out that hard stop or hard tire, and trying to get some faster laps on the hard tire so he can pit and then maybe get track position, or maybe have mediums in a favorable position so he has a faster tire towards the end of the race. Who knows what Piastri is looking to do? But here, honestly, we're just trying to get our head down for the first 3 laps and pull away as much as possible. The main goal here for us, from playing as Max Verstappen here, is to pull away and make sure Piastri does not have DRS at all. We don't want want him thinking of having DRS. So as you can see, we're already 8 tenths away from him. We're trying to get those extra 2 tenths so we can get a second away from him, so he cannot get that DRS, because we do not want the McLaren and the speed of the McLaren challenging us. Anyways, otherwise, you may have noticed that I haven't even addressed it yet. Norris, 5 grid place penalty, so he did not get pole position, which is very interesting as we set the fastest lap, of course, because we are the first ones to cross the finish line. It is kind of crazy. A 5-place grid penalty in the first race of the season. So it's great to see our number 1 rival, probably him, Piastri, or maybe Leclerc, or maybe even Russell. Those are really the people that are really going to be challenging us this season for the title, and he already has a penalty. So unfortunate, but unfortunate. I never like to see other drivers get penalized like that, even if there are rivals like that. I don't like it, because, you know, it's like in sports, you don't want to celebrate when somebody gets injured. You don't really wish bad about people. You want to beat people fair and square, because that's the right way to do it, right? Anyways, going on to lap 2, as we went back there to look at the Haas. I think that's what the camera's cut back to back there. I'm sorry, I'm kind of all over the place right now. Anyways, good news, we have broken DRS from Piastri. We're already 2 seconds up. So this is an awful lot like the pace Verstappen showed in the first race of the My Team series. Although instead of Lando pressuring at him, his is Piastri. So it's a different McLaren, as Leclerc and Hamilton are right behind. So the prancing horse, the Ferrari, seems to be doing relatively good, as we set the fastest lap of the race again with 2 purple sectors and a green sector in the middle. As it looks like Piastri, Leclerc, Hamilton, Tsunoda all quite close together, which hopefully they can be fighting as much as possible, because it looks like Leclerc and Hamilton are pretty close together. Tsunoda might be a bit far back, and Piastri might be a bit in front. But if Piastri's the only person I have to worry about, I'm okay with that. I mean, I'd rather him have somebody to fight so he could slow him down, because I know the McLaren's definitely going to have way more pace, as we do set a purple sector 1, so we are absolutely flying here. We do have great pace to start off on these mediums. And thanks, since there's no formation lap, for me to fumble, not warming up the tires like I usually do, as we do set yellow sector 1 as we cut back to lap 1. This is Lando after the grid. Now let's see how he fares. I'm expecting him to be one of our biggest championship rivals, so I'm just curious to see what he's going to do pretty much every race. Him, Leclerc, Piastri, Russell, we're going to be paying attention to those, even though Russell is down to P10 and his teammate Antonelli down to 11, so not great showing for Mercedes, although better than their qualifying, so maybe they've shown great pace. Speaking of Russell, he looks like he's going to dive it down the inside of Sainz, so lovely overtake by Russell, and Antonelli I think is going to follow through shortly enough, because there's no way that the Williams has enough pace to keep that Mercedes behind. As yes, I'm correctly, same lap I believe on lap 3. What is he going to size up a move? Who knows? Here we go. Let's go down into the slow braking zone of, I believe it is, I can't remember what turn it is. Anyways, Antonelli goes round the outside of his, I was going to say, yeah, they don't really have any connection. I guess I have connection because Mercedes supplies Williams engines. There we go. Anyways, as we go to lap 5, we are still eking that gap out. Still, we're about 3 seconds as we rush up close to the wall there. We're about 3 seconds down ahead of Piastri, so really starting to pull away, which is absolutely lovely. As we go a bit wide there, and we kind of just still fighting the rear end of the car just a little bit, but not a lot. As you can tell, we're probably definitely not as smooth of a driver as Verstappen actually is in real life, but we try to do our best here on the channel. We try to do our best. I do want to set up the difficulty a little bit more, just because I don't believe, you know, maybe it's just because I am pretty fast in Australia, but I don't really like the idea of being so far ahead of like the McLaren, both the McLarens. The Ferraris, sure, because they're not doing the best, but other teams, maybe not so much. Also, I don't know why Tsunoda's in P5, to be honest, so I wish that's one thing that they could update, but they've in this game, they've always favored the Red Bulls so much. I think it's to like kind of not, I feel like they don't want to give Verstappen his flowers to a certain extent on this game. That's just my opinion, because like why, like even in last year's game, after all the updates, they were still like pretty much as fast as McLaren. And we know at the end of last year they were nowhere close to as fast as McLaren.
Yeah, really good job
and this year they're close to as fast as McLaren as well. They're like the second best team starting out. That's no, like they should be at best the third team, if not the fourth team. They are not the second best team on the grid. I mean, sure, Max delivers his performances, but his teammates have scored 7 points this season. They are not a fast team. It is Verstappen that is a fast driver. Go ahead and just give him the 99 overall. Don't be messing around giving him a 96 overall. Just give him a 97 overall, a 97 rating, sorry. I mean, a 99 rating, goodness. Because the car is tricky to drive, and he can drive it right. So stop trying to. I'm not a big fan of making the team better in the game than they are in real life. But that's just my opinion. I also do think Max is an unbelievable driver. I'm a McLaren fan, I'm a Lando fan, I'm an Oscar fan. I like British racers. I like McLaren as a British team. So it's genuinely no bias here. Like genuinely, why would I want to support Max Verstappen? It's game recognizes game. It's respect for Verstappen. He is dominant. Nobody can deny it. He is the best driver in F1. Sorry, I just had to call that little spear there as we go. Behrman getting round the outside of Sainz. So Sainz already falling from, what was it, P9? Absolutely falling down the order. He's now P12. So horrible race as the other Haas kind of tries to go round Sainz as well. So Sainz kind of getting pestered by both of the Haas. As you can see now as we go to lap 8, we still have the fast lap of the race. We are still pulling away just slightly, like half a tenth a lap now. We're not quite so blistering fast. And I suspect that Piastri on those hard tires will start to come back at us, because eventually our medium tires are going to have so much tire wear that his hard tires are going to make up for that gap with less tire wear, and eventually he will be faster. So I suspect probably now until we stop, he'll be roughly the same speed, if not faster, because we do pit at about lap 13 or 14. I think that's our strategy. And so we've got like 4 more laps to just hold on to the tire wear and keep it going, because the tire wear on these mediums is not very good. I don't know if you guys will see here shortly, but I'm pretty sure right now they're about 40%, so really not doing good. I suspect the hards right now would be around 30 to 20, the high 20s, and we are in the high 30s to 40s. So you can see the percentage-wise, we're really falling off tire wear-wise, and we're probably getting a little bit of overheating. And Piastri with that faster car and proper tire window and less tire wear will probably be definitely having the advantage as we go wide. Just not so much grip on these medium tires anymore. Really unfortunate to see as we look at the mini map. Sorry, I just randomly looked at the mini map and I think that is Hadjar, probably not Lawson. Yes, it's Hadjar, way behind everybody. Anyways, what is that? Is our teammate trying to go for a lunge on Leclerc, but nothing to be done. And Leclerc, it looks like Leclerc and Hamilton swapped around. Oh, never mind. I think this is the highlight here. Let's see what Hamilton's going to do. Lovely move around the outside, these two teammates, but Leclerc keeps his foot in, so looks like Leclerc's going to hold the position for now. So never mind. Hamilton does not quite have the position yet, so maybe, I don't know, the team orders at Ferrari maybe, or maybe just no orders at Ferrari. I don't know. What do you think they should do in real life? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, just random thought there as Sainz falling down the order even more. This is Ocon taking over Sainz. Around the outside is the move that we've seen so many times already in this race. Sorry, I just lost for words there, but he doesn't quite get the move done. which is pretty interesting. He doesn't really quite fully commit, I don't think. He's boxing. Never mind. That's why he didn't fully commit. My apologies for that one. Let's see what kind of stop time Ocon's going to have in the Haas. First stop of the race, I believe. So the American team, let's see what they can do this year. I'm really hopeful that Haas is going to do well in the game this year. Let's see what they're going to do. Hopefully they do well. Let's go to kick Sauber, as they're the worst team in the game, but definitely in real life, I don't think they're the worst right now. I definitely think it is Alfa. Anyway, just had to get that off my chest, especially Hulkenberg. He's been driving amazingly right now. As we go to Lando Norris, who's 6th, and our rival, really, if you think about it. He's on hard tires, I believe, and he's pitting. Or are those mediums? Surely those are mediums. I believe, maybe, yes, maybe those are mediums. I think, yes. Maybe. Yes, okay, sorry. Those are hards that he's going on to now. So maybe he's doing a hard medium, or maybe I just saw yellow and thought it was white. I don't know. Maybe I'm colorblind. As we do look at our tire wear, and look at that. Front left 60%, rear left 60%, and both of the front right's okay, but the rear right's not doing great either. So I decided to call it in, I think, a lap early. I think I was scheduled. But as you can see here, we're just sliding around on that fast part of the track, and it's really costing us time, as Piastri's already caught up with 1.5 seconds. He's about getting to DRS range. Just not that many laps ago. I think it was like 2, maybe 3 laps ago. He was probably about 4 seconds behind us. So he's caught up about, I don't know, almost a second a lap, which is pretty impressive. But also makes sense, because his tires would be coming into that window where it would really be giving him an advantage as we completely lock up the tires, trying to get the car stopped in time. Let's see what kind of stop time it's going to be. Hopefully better than my team, as we can see the graining on the tires there, and it seems to be a great stop time. So the Red Bull pit crew definitely way better than the my team base pit crew, which is lovely to see. If you watch that series, let me know, because the difference is insane. I mean, I know Red Bull pit crew is really good, so that only makes sense. As we go to lap 13, this is on an out lap, I believe, or maybe a lap after out lap.
Caution, caution.
As what is this? This is a caution sign. Who's that going slowly? That's the 2 Ferrari, maybe? Or is that? Oh, that's George Russell. Russell. That is George Russell, one of our definitely biggest rivals. We go purple sector, and what is this? Antonelli's running slowly, and we crash our front wing into him as we're going through a purple middle sector. He just, I don't know what's the AI, why they don't. I like to coast through that part. I don't know why they were going so. I don't know why he was going. I was way far behind him. I don't even know how I ran into him. That's very weird. As Hamilton's out of the section as well, we dive down the inside and see if he can get an overtake on Leclerc here at DRS. Never mind, he is going into the box, and he's going into the box. He's going to pit. So bad Ferrari strategy. Maybe he was forced to pit because of a collision. Who knows? Let's see. Maybe let's see here on the replay here, as Hamilton's going slowly, and so is Russell. And oh, Leclerc just runs into the back of his teammate Hamilton, who is going slowly from, I assume, a failure, and so is Russell going slowly. So Hamilton and Russell, the former teammates at Mercedes, both having an awful first start of the season. So that's really not looking good for Ferrari or Mercedes, which maybe is giving McLaren, us and McLaren a chance to kind of run away with the early constructors lead, a very early jump on them, because as Red Bull, we know that we're not going to do real great as the second driver, even though the game does make Tsunoda faster than he is in real life. Even in the game, there's quite a disparity between the first and second Red Bull seat, as we try to see what kind of damage Leclerc has, but there's not great camera view. Maybe you can see it there, I'm not sure. Maybe you can see it when he's pitting. I want to see exactly how bad the damage. Oh wow, that is very bad damage on his front wing. So definitely makes sense why he came in the box. We were very confused about that, but now it kind of actually makes sense. And so this pit stop is going to be very slow, kind of screwing up his strategy a little bit. At least he was on mediums, so that is good for him. So actually the strategy actually didn't work too bad. It's just going to be a slow pit stop, that's all. Because if he would have been on hards and then would have had to pit to mediums, those mediums are not lasting 16 laps. Especially hard tires can't even last 16 laps. So medium tires would absolutely, as we are absolutely flying, let's go back to our POV, we're absolutely flying just a mere 1/10 and a half or 2 off our fastest lap time on hard tires. So lovely work, as we're absolutely flying, trying to catch up to Piastri. He still does have to pit, but we want to set the fastest lap times possible here so he can gain the biggest advantage when he does pit. because here I think a pit stop is what, roughly 20 seconds, so or 22 seconds roughly, the average pit stop time. Not like actual pit stop, but the time going through pit lane and the pit stop, everything combined, you know what I mean? So it looks like we would come out roughly, 5-6 seconds ahead if everything goes smoothly for McLaren. But we wanna come out as far ahead as we can. 5-6 seconds is amazing, but we want to have that biggest comfortable gap that we can, because we know, sorry, not Mercedes, we know that McLaren is unbelievably fast on this game and even faster in real life. So it is pretty scary. I mean, obviously Max Verstappen has nerves of steel, no blades intended, but still, we do not want Piastri getting any ideas of thinking that he can win this race, as we do charge our battery to try to set a good lap on this lap 16, as we run quite a bit wide, so we're kind of losing time that we should be gaining on Piastri, which is rather unfortunate. But we just save up to 100% battery and try to drain that battery as we skip along to lap 16, or later in the lap, I believe. Later in lap 16. I think I'd only skipped one lap, yes. We're just on lap 17 as Piastri comes to pit. So Verstappen takes the lead of the race. Let's see how far ahead we will be. Let's see. It's taken a little while. 6 seconds. 7 seconds. So nearly 8 seconds as we run wide there, and I'm expecting Piastri to catch up a lot here, because he's on those medium tires and he should be absolutely flying to begin with. I think towards the end, maybe the last couple laps, we should be faster. As a same thing happened in the first stint, because when the mediums start falling off, Piastri was faster than us, and the same should go here. When the mediums are going to start falling off for Piastri, we will be faster. So it's a trade-off here. So his real goal here is to just trying to get as fast and overtake us as soon as possible, get as close, maybe hope for a safety car relatively soon, like a safety car right now. Well, obviously a safety car before it pitted would have been ideal for him, but a safety car right now would also be quite good, because it would give him less laps to race on those mediums, so it would give him even longer time on that advantage, and it would bunch the cars together, so he would be on a faster tire behind Verstappen. So that would give him an unbelievable advantage as well, but we're just really hoping nothing happens in terms of that, because that would really screw up our race. Anyways, as we go to lap 20, little snap there from the steering, from the oversteer, sorry. 20% roughly on the tires, so not amazing, but it could be worse. I believe, wow, running under the grass there, not real great, not clean racing like we usually see from Verstappen. Anyways, oh, looks like Norris is going into the pits, so maybe he's doing a 3-stop. I unfortunately was not able to save the highlights from the last part of the race, so I would have shown you that pit stop for Norris, but I just, I don't know what happened to the footage. Sorry guys, I'll try to get that next time. Anyways, sorry about that. As we go to lap 24, as you can see, Piastri gaining substantially. Down to 5 seconds, he's gained about almost 3 seconds on us, so as we see, Hadjar retires. He was dead last in the race anyways. I don't know if you saw on the mini-map, but he was so far behind everybody that it wasn't even a viable option.
Green flag, we're racing again, let's go.
At that point, why even race? I think this game is pretty harsh on Hadjar. I think he's better in real life than he is in the game, which the game just... This year the game's much better, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to driver ratings, I don't think it's necessarily much better. But that's just, that's just my personal opinion. Anyways, as I was saying about Piastri, he's starting to, I think his tires are starting to fall off, because he came to within 4 seconds, I believe? I don't know. I think he became to within 4 seconds, but as you can see here, going on to the final lap of the race, we are now almost 9 seconds ahead. So his tires really fell off, and our tires really came into play. So lovely work. He's gonna pick up a lovely P2, which is great. Anyways, Max Verstappen is crossing the line in the first race of this season in Australia to win the Australian Grand Prix and maintains lead on his championship hopes. Unlike in real life, he is still the championship leader ever since 2022. I can't remember what month. I think it was like February.
It's
No,
another
it was
victory
like, I don't
and
know,
a
December
champion's
2022 or something.
performance
It's
from
been a
Max
long time.
Verstappen.
I have no
To
clue.
take the win at the
Don't
first
ask me.
race of the
I don't
season,
even
now
know why I
that is
tried to
important. You
pretend like
get
I knew what
straight
I was
in
talking
to your
about.
competitors, and
Anyways,
they now
so
know
it's a
that you are the
lovely
one to beat.
1-3 for Red Bull. Unbelievable to see Tsunoda on the podium. So it is lovely. We're definitely leading the constructors. Lovely way to start the season.
It's been a
As
hard
I am
afternoon
absolutely talking
of
over
brilliant
these announcers,
racing,
like
but
I
now it's
usually
time for some
let them
proper
talk because I
celebrations.
like
The
hearing
podium
them,
awaits.
and I imagine you like hearing them. But
One of the
I
all-time
like to
greats
talk even
celebrates
more
yet again.
about how
It's another
well
podium.
I'm and
It's
how
another
glad
top
I am
step
to see this
from Max
start of the season.
Verstappen.
Look at that double podium for Red Bull. I don't believe in real life Tsunoda would be on the podium, so I would kind of like to see that fixed, but it is what it is. Sorry, I just had to take a sip of water. My voice is not doing okay. I'm actually a little bit under the weather. Anyways, lovely way to start the series. Let me know any kind of changes you'd like to see. Because this is a driver career series, which is different from my team. But just let me know what you would like to see from it. I have a couple cool ideas. Anyways, let me know if you enjoyed it. Please comment below how you know you think I could change or make the viewership better, or make the race content better, or things like that, things of that nature. As we see go back to the race, Lance Stroll picking up points and Fernando Alonso also picking up points. So double points for Aston Martin. Albon picking up points, unlike Carlos Sainz, which is surprising because Albon was quite a bit lower qualifying than Sainz, which is pretty weird that they would switch quite like that. Anyways, amazing start of the season. Feel sorry for Lando. He definitely deserved that pole, but he did have a relatively good recovery from P6 to P4. He definitely deserved to get on the podium because I just think he did, and also because of Tsunoda. Tsunoda's not actually that fast in real life. And Lando had a two stop, which I found rather interesting. Him and Pierre both had two stops. Him and Gasly and Ocon all had two stops, and it looked like they did good for them. They all gained positions. Gasly didn't gain positions, but I mean, a P8 to a P8, P8 from grid, and then finishing the race in P8 as an Alpine. I might as well gain positions. That's an unbelievable showing. It's just unfortunate that Hajar, Hamilton, and Russell all DNF'd. It's funny how Hajar DNF'd and he still technically gained positions, which is rather interesting. Anyways, let's go to the championship standings and kind of see what's going on here. Um, sorry, that's driver standings. We kind of already know what that is because of the first race. We are leading the championship standings, which is lovely to see. Unfortunately, we don't have the fastest lap point anymore, which I'm kind of sad that it's gone, but I get why they removed it. I totally understand why they removed it because just interference and things like that. Anyways, let's look at the constructors. Red Bull, we are leading by 10 points at 40, McLaren at 30, and Ferrari at 10. So, wow. It's a real steep drop off after McLaren, but it's pretty realistic to see McLaren up there. Not very realistic to see Red Bull up there. For being honest, I think Red Bull usually would be Verstappen getting in the podiums, and then Tsunoda being lucky to get like a P10 or a P8 or a P9, but usually finishing outside the points. Anyways, let me know what you thought of this video. Please subscribe, smash that like button, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.